Hello everyone, Kevin from Cinema Vision here. Welcome to this short series of video tutorials for Photoshop Creative Cloud 2014. I mainly deal with trivia slide creation, so for the purposes of these tutorials, I will be using some of my own creations for demonstration. When I first started making trivia slides, I used paint.net, so I'll be using it to demonstrate some of the differences between what you may be used to and how Photoshop differs. One of the first things I noticed when I first started using Photoshop is the way it reacts when copying and pasting. If you copy an object from one layer and paste it into another, it will not end up in the same place. Also, any layer style options you applied will not paste into the new layer. So rather than copy, you will have to duplicate the layer. Let's take a look. Okay, so here we have a picture of Finn in a Stormtrooper outfit. And as you can see, his helmet is on top of the logo to make it look like the logo is in the background. And if we pretend that his helmet is not there here, okay, we'll turn it off. And I actually made a cut of his helmet earlier. And I did this using a method called Refine Edge, and I'll probably cover that in another video. But if I do a Control A and Control C, and Control A is to select all, and Control C is copy, and then I do a Control V, it puts it in the middle, and we'll drag it over here, and just to get it right where we want it, I'll do a Control plus to zoom in. And I'll use my arrow keys to fine tune it and put it right where I want it. Okay. And arrow keys on their own just move the image very slowly. If you want to move the image faster, you can hold down plus, or not plus, but shift, and the arrow keys, and it'll move pretty quickly. Alright, and I'll do Control minus to zoom back out. Alright, I like that. And I'll do Control A and Control C to copy it. And then go over to my answer template and Control V, and it puts it in the middle again. Well, this is very frustrating when I first started, and I couldn't figure out what the heck was going on here. And trying to get these two to match up, just, you know, it is going to take you too much time. You got better things to do, right? Okay, so we'll go over here and right past the description here, I'll right click and go up here to duplicate layer, and then pull it down here, and we'll select our C1 answer template and click OK. And now you can see that the layer, or the object and the layer, are in the exact same place. Okay, so that's perfect. Alright, so if you're using something like paint.net, GIMP, or another editor, this is probably what you're used to seeing. You'll open up the object, you'll select the helmet layer here, Control A, Control C. You'll have to create a new layer. One of the things that Photoshop does that at least this editor doesn't do is every time you paste an object, it'll paste it on its own layer, separate from all the other layers and all the other objects that you pasted. And that just makes it easier to deal with. And really having multiple objects on the same layers can cause some issues, especially when you want to go back and manipulate things. So it's really a good thing. I'll do a Control V as in Victor to put this helmet on here. And I'll kind of slide it into place here, and that looks pretty good to me. And I'll do a Control A again, and Control C again, and come over to my answer template and do a Control V, and it's exactly in the same place. So This is kind of what you're probably used to seeing happening when you do copy, and it just works a little bit differently in Photoshop. So that is that. That is duplicate. Thanks for tuning in to this short tutorial on Photoshop Creative Cloud 2014. Look for more video tutorials soon, and if you have questions, post them in the forums at cinemavision.tv or message me under the handle GamePhoenix.